All right, guys. Well, here is where we're at with the tiny house so far. So managed to get up all the walls, and it's Friday evening, so I am getting ready to wrap things up and call it a night before the rain moves in for the next couple days. But I got my bracing on; should be good. Everything feels fairly stout. It's been a little bit of a project. I used my my homemade little wall jacks for for lifting the walls, and that worked really good on the south and north walls. The south side being 8 feet, the north roof being, or north wall being 15 feet. The wall jacks worked good for that. I tried it on the east wall, and with the way that that angle is on there, it didn't, I don't know, didn't work out. I mean, it got it up there. I got the wall stood up by myself, and it could have been because I had the header in there for the French doors that made a difference. But regardless, it's up. This side, I actually this west side wall, I just stick built it. So I put my header up and my and then I just measured and put in each of my my wall studs. Sorry, it's been a long day. Started at 5 this morning, and it is 4:15 now, and I still got another hour or so getting the trailer loaded up with PVC. I got a rain catchment job I'm going to do here and get that knocked out. That'd be actually a pretty good job, pretty fair project. We're going to do his shop, his house, and his solar shed are all going to be rain catchment. So the gutters got installed last week. We've gotten some moisture in the ground now, and it's raining as we speak. So that'll help get the ground softened up, where we can dig that out with a mini X. I got it over top the tool trailer job boxes for the weekend. Take a day of rest tomorrow, and then I'll piddle with a little bit of stuff on Sunday afternoon probably, and then we'll be back in it full swing on Monday. I'm gonna kind of see how the weather goes as to whether I go ahead and start with the rain catchment job on Monday, or if I come back over here. I really want to get the roof trusses set on there and get them going on, and then I'd like to get this thing dried in next week. So I got another big week. Be long days and short nights. Kind of seems to work the best in my life. But this has been the project. So, like I said, I had help on the south wall, the 15-footer. 2 of us got that stood up, and then me and my daughter stood the short wall's the south wall. Me and my daughter stood the 8-foot by 28-foot wall on the south end. The north side, 2 of us did do together. My kicker was the 2x4s that were supposed to get delivered. I was supposed to get some 24-foot 2x4s delivered for the wall jacks, and they didn't make the truck. So I ended up doing that lift with 16-foot boards, and that was really my main challenge with it. But check these things out. All right. So I built these. They got a hinge here on the bottom, 10-inch hinge, and you just screw that down to the your floor joist, okay? And then I put a 2,000-pound winch on here from Harbor Freight, and I was able to space these out at the right point where I could hook them both to the same battery. I was using an EG4 lithium 100 amp 12 volt battery. That thing worked fantastic. I like those batteries because they are waterproof. So I will I'll definitely be using that for this in the future. I did end up bracing this 2x4. So I got a little bit of an L if you will, going on here. Okay, and this is your lift side here. So that I tried to do a lift on this 15-foot wall, and the board was just it was starting to tweak. And the whole point behind this was to do it by myself and to not get hurt. So I did do an eyelet up here as a guide over the roller. I would have loved for these to have been enclosed rollers that I could run my cable through. Just I was in a time crunch and that didn't happen. So what I'll probably do is put this cable back across there and weld just a flat strap to keep those in place in the future. And I will likely do another eye hook on the opposite side here just to help guide that cable. I wouldn't mind one or two down along there. And that way it's be kind of like a fishing reel. You could hook the end of the cable here back into one of those eyelets and kind of cinch down on the winch and just hold everything together. But anyways, that worked out pretty good. Other than that, I'm just I had to go to Home Depot and go pick up another scaffold this morning. They were so cheap, I wasn't sure whether I was going to be impressed with the quality of it or not. They were actually cheaper there than Harbor Freight. So I bought one the other day. That was all they had on the shelf anyways. It worked out great, so I went back and grabbed another one this morning. Other than that, man, we're just we'll get the rest of these headers cut in. Yeah, you know, a more experienced person might have laid out all the doors and windows and done all the headers while it was on the ground. And you know, I've built a bunch of cabins and houses and sheds, but you know, this is the first one I've done by myself. So I did stand this wall on the east side with the header in place, and I still ended up having to take it out because I wasn't pleased with how it all worked out. So anyways, live and learn. The whole thing's been just it's like I was telling a buddy the other day, I have learned something every single day, and that's the kind of projects I like to be involved in. So if you like this video, you want to keep up with the tiny house deal, you never can tell what projects I'm going to be into next. This is the story of my life. I mix and match everything that I do. I like it that way. I'm learning things that way. I don't get into just a rhythm. It's constantly something new. So if you're interested in following up, I'll be doing all the electrical and the insulation and the plumbing and everything else in here. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment if you've got advice. I can't guarantee that I'll take it, but hey, you know, you can drop it down there. We can have a conversation about it anyways. But thanks for tuning in, watching. It's starting to rain pretty good, so I'm going to get this video shut down, get the rest of my equipment covered up for the weekend, or for Saturday anyways, and we will see y'all on the next one. All right, Mountain Wizard out.